Hey guys, today we're going to do a quick on-the-road review of my recently acquired Trekz Titanium bone conduction headphones. Now, if you are not aware of what bone conduction technology is, it is essentially where you are not listening to music per se through your ears by sound waves in the air. They use a technology where you wrap these around and they actually sit in front of your ear, so you can still hear everything that's going on around you, but they sit in front of your ears and they send the sound through your cheekbones into your ear canal. I was a little bit skeptical about the technology at first, but I have to tell you, I've had these for about a week or so and I've been using them every single day. They're great. It's a different sensation for sure. You have to get used to the sound not coming directly in your ear canal. If you're in an extremely noisy environment, they don't work that great. However, they do come with a set of earplugs. If you put those earplugs in, believe it or not, you can hear them 10 times better, and it really won't matter how loud of an environment you're in. You can still use them. Now, I got them specifically because, as some of you may know or may not know, I am a mobile kitchen equipment mechanic. So I work in kitchens, I have to deal with customers, I work on rooftops. So I like to have my music for when I'm doing my work and just kind of doing my thing. And I apologize about all the noise. I got all my tools bouncing around in the back. But I like to have my music. But on the other hand, I don't like to have headphones in, because if I have a customer that's trying to talk to me while I'm working, I need to be able to hear what they're trying to tell me. So now, obviously, yes, you can just put headphones on, take them off, put them on, take them off, put them on. You know, it's okay, but I'm a big fan of, work smarter, not harder, and make things easy on yourself. And these work great for that, because 90% of the time I listen to them at a volume at which, if I'm working and paying attention to my work, I can have my music going, and it's background music. It's not drowning out anything, but I could still hear everything around me, which is nice. But I still get to listen to my tunes, and if I really sit there and I focus to my music, and I can also turn them up, obviously, and in most situations I can turn them up loud enough to where they drown out what's going on around me, even with my ears open. And that's not with earplugs. So with my ears open, I can still turn them up loud enough to where, unless somebody's like yelling at me or super, super loud noise, in most situations, they'll drown out what's going on around you if you're not really concerned with it. However, one thing to take into consideration, when you turn them up that loud, they do kind of thump on your cheekbones. I mean, it's not really a big deal. I typically turn them up fairly loud, like when I'm at the gym, and it doesn't really bug me. Bass response. The bass response with these is not what you expect from most headphones. Again, because it does not send the sound through the air. Any bass response is physical tapping on your cheekbone. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's not necessarily a negative or a positive. It's just different. So just be aware of that. You know, if you're one of those audiophiles that's got to have, you know, $500 over-the-ear headphones, these probably aren't going to be the ones for you. They're not. I don't think they're for that. I think they were typically designed for cyclists or joggers. So that way when you're out running or cycling or doing those types of things, you can still be aware of your surroundings. For me, and what I use them for, being able to be aware of my customers and all of that and still have my music, they're outstanding. Let me see here. Another thing to keep in mind is most of the time at the volume I listen to them, like I said, it's background noise. So if I start talking to a customer, I don't even have to turn them off or turn them down or pause them. I can hear what the customer's telling me, and I can have a full-blown conversation and just tune them out. So it works good for that as well. So if you guys are interested in them, I will put a link down in the description. I'll put the link where I bought them. I bought them at Target. Target will price match with newegg.com, and I found them on newegg.com for, I think it was $78 and some change, and I had a 10% off veterans discount, so brought them to, I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of like $75 out the door. So if you guys are interested in them, have any questions about them, anything I may have missed, the battery life. The battery life, they claim, I think 6.5 hours. I'm typically in my van on my way to work at about 6:30 in the morning, and I typically get home about 6 in the evening. I have not had them die on me yet. However, if I'm going to be driving for an hour or something along those lines, I will typically plug them in. And like I said, I haven't had them die on me yet. I haven't had them give me any kind of low battery signal or anything like that. I did notice the other day, by the time I got to the gym, my phone, because it tells me about my Bluetooth devices, it did show that they were fairly low, but I didn't get any kind of low battery warning, and they didn't die on me. So just something to keep in mind. It does claim about 6.5 hours. I typically wear them for about 12. I'm not necessarily listening to music or taking calls that entire time, but I do have them playing a fair amount of the day. And I run them, you know, about a medium volume. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up, let me know. Leave me a comment down at the bottom, subscribe, like, and we'll get back to you with the next review. Thanks.